Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss about Docker architecture and its component. Docker architecture can be categorized into three sections: Docker client, Docker host, and Docker registry. When a user runs command such as docker build, these commands are converted into HTTP API calls, and this is the responsibility of the Docker client, and it get communicated to the Docker daemon. Docker daemon, it is the process which is present in Docker host. Docker host is the host where Docker software is installed, and Docker daemon is responsible for creating, running, and distributing the containers. When a user run command like docker build with the help of Docker client and Docker daemon, the Docker images are built, and when a user run a command like docker run with the help of Docker client and Docker daemon, Docker containers are created. The third section is registry. Registry is the storage location where the images are stored. A user runs command like docker push. This command is used to push the images to the registry, and the docker pull is the command used to pull the images from the registry, and this can be used for building the containers. Registry, it has public registry and private registry. Docker has its own registry called Docker Hub. Next slide. Docker is a client server architecture, and as I mentioned, Docker daemon responsible for creating, running, and distributing containers. Docker components. Docker components are divided into two parts: basic Docker components and advanced Docker component. Under basic Docker components, there are six components. First is Docker client. Whenever a user runs a command to the Docker, this component sends the desired command to the host in the form of API calls. And Docker image, it is the metadata which is used to build the containers, and these images, they are the first layer of these images is called base layer, and these images will be in layered form. So first layer is called base image, which contains base operating system and image, and these will be read-only images. Next is Docker daemon. Docker daemon, as I mentioned, this is used to creating, running, and distributing the images, and this get response only to the API calls. Docker networking. Docker networking is a component that helps in establishing communication between containers, and it has five main types of network drivers. They are none networking, bridge networking, host networking, overlay networking, Macvlan networking. Next, coming to the Docker registry. Docker registry is a place where images are stored. Next is Docker container. Docker container is the instance of an image that can be created, started, moved, or deleted through a API call. Moving to the next slide. Under Docker advanced component, there are two components. First is Docker Compose. Docker Compose is used when you want to run multiple containers but as a single services. This we will deep dive in the upcoming videos. And Docker Swarm, it is related to cluster management like Kubernetes, which is the orchestration for managing the clusters. So similarly, Docker Swarm is an orchestration for managing containers and or for managing the cluster management. It has master and worker node, and this can be used as an alternative for Kubernetes. Hope the concept of Docker architecture and components is clear. Please Let me know if you have any doubt regarding this topic in the comment section. Thanks for watching.